I've been using the new Puffco Proxy for a few days now, and I think it's a really cool device, so I figured I'd make this video to give you some of my first impressions on it, and then maybe later down the road, I'll do another video that has a little bit more of an in-depth review. But after hitting it for a few days, so far so good. I really like this, and it's a pretty nifty device. If you want to see me smoke out of this or learn how to get one, follow my Twitch streams. Smoke sesh starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. But as far as electric dabbers go, this is actually a really good one. It uses a chamber similar to the new 3D chamber you can get for the Puffco Peak Pro. It's a little bit smaller, but the sides heat up, the bottom heats up, and it actually is really easy to clean and maintain. My first couple of hits with this, I didn't put a terp pearl in there, and they were okay. And then I put a terp pearl in there. It's got a similar cap that's going to make a pearl spin in there. And oh my God, the hits were really nice. This thing takes really good rips. It's dry dabs. Not everybody's a fan of dry dabs. But the whole point of the device is this little piece here. This fits easily into the glass it comes with, but there's a lot of potential for custom-made glass for this, more so than with the Puffco Peak Pro and the Peak. They use the same glass topper or the same size, but that fitting is really hard to make. This is just an open, I think, 42 millimeter slot that this slides into. So it's going to really open up the potential for a lot of glass blowers to make their own piece for, make custom pieces for. And I've seen bubblers and Gandalfs, a lot of different things that you can slide this into already. I think if you look on like Ryan Fitt's Instagram, who makes a lot of the cool stuff for Puffco, he's already made some really cool stuff, and there's plenty of glass blowers out there that are going to buy this just to make something cool for it. So I'm excited for that aspect. I want to get a bubbler for it. I was even talking on my stream about getting like a double barrel pipe where I could slide 2 proxies in it and hit it at the same time. I think that would be cool. Nice way to get a big old fat dab, a double bubbler or something for it. But as far as the quality, it's really good quality, but I would say it's a little bit pricier than I would like. I would think that a device like this wouldn't cost as much as it does, considering a few things. Like, this doesn't connect to the app like the Puffco Peak Pro. This, you can't customize the time and the temperature and the color settings like you can. I think that's one of the biggest appeals, and that's what truly makes the Puffco Peak Pro one of the only real smart rigs on the market. This has 4 presettings, and they're actually pretty good. Most people are going to get pretty good dabs with the presets, and they don't really need to customize the time and temperature, but it is nice that you can do that with the Peak Pro. This has 4 temperature settings, and I believe it's like 490 to 520, I think, and it goes up in 10-degree increments. I think it's 490, 510, and 520. But I've been doing most of my hits on the green one, I think around 500. Gives me really good hits. This is a really easy to use device. It's like the older Puffco Peak if you used it. The presettings on that are pretty good, and I don't have to worry about any customization, but the customization is nice. So I just load up a dab, double tap it. Takes about 30 seconds to heat up, and then you get a nice dab out of it. Now, something like this is just, it's much more chill. I feel like it's way more casual when I'm smoking it. I'm just holding this in my hand. I'm holding it upright to make sure the pearl spins when I hit it, but it's just much more casual than holding the Peak and hitting out of that rig. I don't know how to explain it. On my Twitch streams, I was putting on my Batman robe, leaning back in my chair, and just taking some nice smooth puffs out of this. I really want to hit one of these by like a fireplace or something, you know, get a nice Hugh Hefner style smoking jacket and just rip one of these by the fireplace. I think it would be really cool. So I wasn't thrilled with the price, but I do really like the device, and I do like the potential for what I could do with the glass here. I already brought it up to one of my glass artist buddies, Esco Glass, but I think down the line I'm gonna try to get some really cool custom glass made for it, because I think that would be really cool. But also, if this device is a success, I think we're going to see a Proxy Pro in the next year or two, something that you would be able to connect to the app and have a little bit more customization. But if this becomes like a standard size piece that a lot of people are using, it would be really easy to find a lot of rigs to use for this or put this on. It's not quite like the G Pen Connect or something that can slap onto any rig, but it would be cool to see Puffco go that direction and maybe make a 3D chamber or a Puffco device that you could use like that and attach onto any glass rig. I think that would be a cool future. But this in itself gives them the ability to make their own cool glass and then sell it to you, which I'm probably going to get it. So overall, the hits are pretty nice. I don't think the battery lasts as long as I would have thought. I do a lot of dabbing on my Twitch streams, and I usually dab for about 4 or 5 hours, and a couple of times this has died on me in a sesh. I've done a decent amount of hits, but I feel like I could get more. I do most of my smoking at home, so it's not a big deal for me to go charge it. And I actually haven't counted how many hits I can do, but it feels like 15 or so before it's not good to go anymore. So the quality of hits is nice. Maybe it could do more hits. You obviously get more hits if you run it on the lower temperatures, but I've been running it on green mostly, which is the second to lowest temperature. But if you want to see this in action, you do have to follow me on Twitch. I go live up to 9 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Cewpins. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually support me for free over there. Amazon hooks it up. And while I have been enjoying this dry pipe for concentrate, if you want to hear why I think dry pipes for flour suck, check out this video right here. I hope you have a lit day, my dudes.